Today I'm going to show you how you do a crochet in the first regular round of your project. So at this point we have finished our first row of the round. We're going to join to make the ring. And I'm going to crochet 2 to build up the height so that my next row will be able to start. And I prefer this method for a hat. It's going to give you a straight seam and it has you join in the same stitch as your beginning chain. So I just really like how this gives me a nice and neat seam. And that's how I do it. Now I'm going to crochet 2 because I have to increase. What did I do there? There we go. I have to increase. So I'm going to do 2 in each one because for a hat, you need to do that. And I'm going to show you how I end again. So I'm just doing the first one, the first increase row, which is 2 double crochets in each stitch. You can use a stitch marker if you like at the beginning or the end. This particular way, as you will see, actually gives us a definitive end. So that's nice. And then I'm going to do my last one. And now it's time to join. So I don't really need a stitch marker because it's pretty obvious that I'm at the end because there's a hole here. So I'm going to join in the top of the first double crochet that I did. And there you go. And it's not really difficult to see, or it's not really easy to see where that join is. It gives you a little bit of an invisible. So now if we were going to do it again, same method, you would put it right here and continue on your way. And that is how you do an essentially straight and tidy seam. However, if you wanted to do a spiral seam, you would not have a definitive end. And I'm going to show you. So this row is another increase. I have to double crochet 2 and then double crochet 1, and that's going to give me nice and even. I know that because I make a lot of hats. So what we would do is we would actually not go in the first row, and the spiral, you just keep crocheting. There is no beginning, no end. And that one you definitely want a stitch marker for. That's the only thing about tutorials is you have to work fast to get to the end of the round. However, I personally enjoy watching other people crochet. I find it very methodical. So you're learning how to do a hat with increases, essentially, while we're waiting to get to the end. Usually I'd be counting a little bit more, but right now I'm just doing 3. So 1, 2, 3. Overall, if you're consistent while doing a project for choosing your beginning and your end, that is what's going to give you the best effect. Again, this is assuming that you are not getting Can't do two things at once. That's assuming that you are not following a complicated pattern, just for standard. So now, as you can see, I have ended, but doing the spiral, we do not want to have a definitive beginning and end. So I would just continue by crocheting, and I'll just do single stitches. Sorry. Let's try that again. So I would go into the beginning chain here. This is my spiral version, remember? And I'm just going to continue. This, as you can see, is why it's important that you have a stitch marker, because let's look at that spot. Now you can't really tell the beginning or the end. Unless you sat there and, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is 4. 1, 2, 3. This is 3. If you're really good at reading your yarn and you want to do that for 20 rounds every time, you can. However, I personally would just stick in a stitch marker and go, or a safety pin or something like that. And that is how you do the spiral, or how you do a straight seam. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you have additional videos you would like me to do, I am happy to do them for you. Again, just leave a comment below and I will work on those for you. Until next time, my friends, may the yarn be with you.